Okay, here's a song I wrote a few years back. In Plymouth, one of the first theatres ever, which was built in the 19th century, was the old Palace Theatre, then of course called the New Palace Theatre, because there had been a Palace Theatre on the site before. It was opened with huge fanfare, and it attracted the biggest musical stars of the time, people like Lily Langtry, Houdini, all sorts of people, right up to the last time just before it closed down, when it held people like Bobby Davro and Danny LaRue. And then unfortunately it closed down, the audiences weren't there anymore, and it had wrestling and strippers, and then when that didn't attract the people anymore, it became a bingo hall, and when that didn't attract the people anymore, it became a nightclub, and then the nightclub got closed down because they found that they were dealing drugs there. And the place just fell into disrepair. And it's an amazing Victorian building. The inside of it is absolutely stunning. But of course, it's now fallen to bits. It's been left neglected. And this is a song I wrote about it, about possibly the most famous person that ever appeared on the stage. There's an argument to say that the most famous act was Laurel and Hardy. I say it was Charlie Chaplin. So here's a song called Where Charlie Once Stood.
And the rain tumbles down through the roof of the palace, through the broken old windows, the rotting old wood, down past the pulleys, the ropes, and the hangers, and lands on the stage where Charlie once stood. When the overture played on that night in September for the mayor and the council, the swells and the knobs, Mr. Livermore promised a show to remember, and a seat in the gods could be had for a bob. There were comics and dancers, singers and skaters, and a flying young lady called Leopoldine. The manager talked of big stars coming later. The finest of acts were soon to be seen. Now the rain tumbles down through the roof of the palace, through the broken old windows, the rotting old wood, down past the pulleys, the ropes, and the hangers, and lands on the stage where Charlie once stood. And the stars duly came, they all played the palace, they adored Lily Langtry each time she appeared. The dockyardies nailed a man into a coffin, but Houdini escaped, and everyone cheered. The greatest of all was a man with a bowler, a cane and a moustache, the star of his age. The place was sold out and the roof nearly lifted the night Charlie Chaplin walked out on the stage. Now the rain tumbles down through the roof of the palace, past the broken old windows, the rotting old wood, down past the pulleys, the ropes, and the hangers, and lands on the stage where Charlie once stood. Through war and depression, through fire and perdition, the show must go on, as the other folks say. But the folks stayed at home, they just watched television. So strippers and wrestling and bingo held sway. Now even the dancers have gone from the palace, and only the ghosts of past glories remain. And the boards that the little tramp trod on that evening are swept by the cold wind and washed by the rain. For the rain tumbles down through the roof of the palace, through the broken old windows, the rotting old wood. Take care of your memories, take care of your history, or like Charlie Chaplin, they'll be gone for good.